All right, folks, settle in, grab a cup of coffee or tea, whatever you prefer. It's good to be here with you all again. Today, I wanted to chat about something that I think becomes more and more important as the years roll by: finding a little peace and contentment in our lives. We've been through a lot, seen a lot, and now, maybe more than ever, we deserve to enjoy these golden years with a sense of calm and fulfillment. So, I've been thinking, and I wanted to share what I've come to see as 7 secrets to just that. These aren't earth-shattering revelations, mind you, just some simple truths that have helped me. And I hope they might help you too. Let's get started, shall we? Secret number 1. Cultivating gratitude. Now, gratitude. It might sound a little cliché, but honestly, it's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets, and the better you feel. It's simply about taking a moment each day to appreciate the good things, big or small. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, a phone call from a grandchild, or even just a good cup of coffee. When we focus on what we have instead of what we lack, it really shifts our perspective. I remember a time, years ago, when I was recovering from a knee surgery. I was stuck mostly indoors, feeling a bit sorry for myself. My wife, bless her heart, suggested I start keeping a little notebook and write down 3 things I was grateful for each day. At first, it felt forced. What was there to be grateful for when I was hobbling around with a cane? But slowly, I started to notice things. The quiet of the morning, a good book, the way my dog would rest his head on my lap. It made a real difference in my outlook. Try it yourself. Maybe keep a little journal by your bedside. Each evening, jot down a few things that brought you a little joy, or that you're thankful for. It doesn't have to be profound. Even something as simple as a good meal or a friendly neighbor can make the list. And if you find yourself consistently struggling to find anything, or if those feelings of sadness or negativity are overwhelming, please don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor. Sometimes, a little help can make a world of difference. Secret number 2. Embracing simplicity. Life has a funny way of getting cluttered, doesn't it? Not just our homes, but our schedules, our minds. As we get older, I've found there's a real beauty in simplifying things. This might mean decluttering your living space, saying no to commitments that don't truly bring you joy, or even just focusing on one task at a time. When we reduce the noise and the excess, we create more room for peace. For years, I was a bit of a yes man, always volunteering, always busy. It felt important at the time, but looking back, I realize I was often spread too thin. It wasn't until after I retired that I started to intentionally cut back. I realized I didn't need to be involved in everything to feel valuable. Saying no to some things actually allowed me to say yes to others. More time with my grandkids, more time for my hobbies, more time for just plain relaxing. Think about one area of your life where you could simplify. Maybe it's your overflowing closet. Could you donate some items you no longer use? Or perhaps it's your daily routine. Could you cut out an activity that feels more like an obligation than a pleasure? Start small. Even one little step towards simplicity can make a difference. And again, if you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by the thought of decluttering or simplifying, and it's causing you significant stress, talking to a professional might provide some helpful strategies. Secret number 3. Nurturing meaningful connections. We humans are social creatures, and those connections we have with others are vital, especially as we get older. Whether it's family, old friends, or new acquaintances, these relationships provide support, laughter, and a sense of belonging. It's important to nurture these bonds and make an effort to stay connected. I've been fortunate to have some wonderful friends throughout my life. some going all the way back to my school days. We don't see each other as often as we used to, life being what it is, but we make an effort to stay in touch. Phone calls, emails, the occasional get-together. And those connections mean the world to me. They remind me of shared history, of laughter and support through thick and thin. Think about the people in your life who bring you joy and make you feel good. Make a point to reach out to them. Maybe it's a phone call to an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while, or scheduling a visit with your grandchildren. Even a simple "thinking of you" card can brighten someone's day, and yours too. If you find yourself feeling increasingly isolated or lonely, please talk to your doctor or a counselor. Loneliness can have a real impact on our health, and there are resources available to help you connect with others. Secret number 4. Embracing lifelong learning. Just because we're past a certain age doesn't mean our learning days are over. In fact, I think it's quite the opposite. Keeping our minds active and engaged is so important for our well-being. It can be anything: reading a new book, learning a new language, taking a class, pursuing a hobby. The key is to keep that curiosity alive. After I retired from my job as an accountant, I thought my learning was done. But then, my granddaughter showed me how to use the internet, and a whole new world opened up. I started taking online courses in history, something I always enjoyed but never had much time for. It's been fascinating. It keeps my mind sharp and gives me a real sense of accomplishment. What's something you've always been curious about? Maybe it's painting, or playing a musical instrument, or even just understanding how your smartphone works better. There are so many resources available now, often free or low cost. Your local library, community centers, and online platforms offer a wealth of opportunities. Don't think you're too old to learn something new. It's never too late, and it can bring a real spark to your life. If you're finding it difficult to concentrate or remember things, it's worth mentioning it to your doctor. It could be something simple, but it's always good to get it checked out. Secret number 5. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply about being present in the moment, without judgment. It's about paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without getting carried one away by them. It's a way to ground yourself in the here and now, and can be a real antidote to worry and anxiety. I used to be a real worrier, always thinking about the past or fretting about the future. It wasn't until I started practicing some simple mindfulness techniques that I began to find some peace. Even just taking a few minutes each day to focus on my breath or to really notice the sensations when I'm drinking my morning coffee can make a difference. There are many ways to practice mindfulness. You could try some simple breathing exercises, inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly, or you could try a guided meditation. There are plenty of free apps and resources online. Even just taking a walk and really paying attention to what you see, hear, and smell can be a form of mindfulness. If you find that your worries are persistent and overwhelming, and they're interfering with your daily life, please reach out to a healthcare professional. They can offer support and guidance. Secret number 6. Prioritizing physical well-being. Now, I know we all have our aches and pains as we get older, but taking care of our physical health is still so important for our overall well-being. This doesn't mean running marathons, unless you want to, but it does mean staying as active as you can, eating a balanced diet, and getting enough sleep. I try to take a walk every day, even if it's just around the block. It helps me feel better physically and mentally. And while I certainly enjoy my share of treats, I also try to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. And sleep? Well, sometimes that's a challenge. But I try to maintain a regular sleep schedule. When I feel good physically, it definitely has a positive impact on my mood and my ability to enjoy life. Talk to your doctor about what level of physical activity is right for you. Even gentle exercise like walking, swimming, or chair yoga can make a big difference. Pay attention to what you're eating and try to incorporate more whole foods into your diet. And if you're having persistent trouble sleeping, don't just ignore it. Talk to your doctor. There might be simple things you can do to improve your sleep. Taking care of our bodies is an act of self-respect, and it allows us to enjoy life more fully. Secret number 7. Finding purpose and meaning. Even in retirement, having a sense of purpose can bring a lot of fulfillment. This could be anything from volunteering in your community to pursuing a long-held hobby, or even just being there for your family and friends. When we feel like we're contributing in some way, it gives our lives meaning and direction. After I retired, I missed feeling like I was making a difference. So, I started volunteering at the local food bank a couple of days a week. It's been incredibly rewarding. I get to meet new people, stay active, and feel like I'm helping others. It's given me a real sense of purpose in this chapter of my life. Think about what brings you joy and what you care about. Is there a cause you'd like to support? A skill you could share with others? Maybe it's simply spending more quality time with your loved ones. Finding something that gives you a sense of purpose, no matter how big or small, can add a real richness to your life. If you're feeling a lack of direction or meaning and it's affecting your mood, consider talking to a therapist or counselor. They can help you explore your values and identify what's important to you. So, there you have it. 7 secrets that have helped me find a little more calm and fulfillment in my life after 60. Remember, these are just suggestions, things that have worked for me. Your journey is unique, and what brings you peace and joy might be different. The important thing is to be kind to yourself, to pay attention to your needs, both physical and emotional, and to keep seeking out those things that make your heart feel a little lighter. Take care of yourselves, my friends, and if you found this helpful, maybe consider subscribing or leaving a comment. I always enjoy hearing from you. Until next time, be well.